Mayor-elect Mamdani moved swiftly yesterday to name the team that will lead his transition from now until Inauguration Day. The team is being led by former de Blasio staffer Elana Leopold. The mayor-elect announced an all-female team with deep experience in both local and national policy and politics, including former First Deputy Mayor Maria Torres-Springer, who served under the Adams administration before resigning earlier this year as the Justice Department was dismissing those federal bribery charges that Adams was facing at the time. And she joins me now to talk about the transition. And we just, first of all, welcome to the Rush Hour. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And we just heard from Bernadette in Somos, Mamdani there joining in this conference. What do you hope that he accomplishes while he's down there in Puerto Rico?
Well, I think what he will do every day from now on is what he's done over the course of the last year. And it's to show that we can not just have a big tent campaign, but really a big tent government. And that means making partnerships and really working across sectors, across disciplines to do everything that we can for the working people of the city.
It's such a different position that he's in this week than he was in all those months prior to this, because he is now the mayor-elect. And everybody, as Bernadette pointed out, or many, many people from the current Adams administration to others, lining up to see what role might fit them in this administration. So I just want to sort of tease that apart a little bit, starting with the city council speaker. Will he be advocating for a particular speaker in the hopes that that person might help him get his agenda through the council?
Well, I know that the mayor-elect wants to make sure that we have partners across all levels of government. And so that is true for the entirety of the city council and for the city council speaker. What I'll say is what we're focused on this transition team, which is really an incredible set of individuals with a deep governing experience and a real track record for lifting up working people in the city, is to make sure that he is prepared together with his team on day one to deliver for the people of the city.
So let's talk about that. On day one, do you expect most of the major positions, the school's chancellor, for example, the head of the NYPD, the commissioner, the major deputy mayor roles, do you expect those positions to be in place come Inauguration Day?
I know that we're very focused on making sure that we identify not just the best and the brightest here in New York, but people who are of deep conviction, people who are of unassailable integrity, because he wants to not just form, but really work with a team of public servants who are going to be incredibly focused on delivering for New Yorkers. And if the last several hours are any indication, Annika, it's really remarkable. Thousands of people have said that they want to join and help. And so really, I encourage all New Yorkers, transition2025.com is a place to express your interest to join the administration.
Well, those are a lot of resumes to go over in a short period of time. So when you're identifying those key roles, I guess, will the key positions be in place? Because I would imagine that come day one, it would be more difficult if the senior leadership positions aren't there to, for example, put out and effectuate the agenda for the Department of Education.
He's really focused on making sure that the key leadership positions, that there is stability and clarity in all of those positions. And it's also true, it's a 300,000 person workforce, right?
But
and
when you
so
say stability, does that mean that some of the current commissioners, I know he has mentioned Jessica Tisch, but we just saw from Bernadette, the current head of the Department of Education in Somos, it seemed to be that she was advocating to hold on to her role. Is there a chance that that will happen?
The mayor-elect and his team, they are interested in hearing from everyone who is interested in serving this city, whether you have never worked in government or you're in an incumbent position, because we're going to need that constellation of really dedicated people to deliver on the affordability agenda that he has spoken about over the course of the last year and that New Yorkers voted for in historic fashion.
And this is, as I said, not your first transition. When you led or were a big part of the transition for Mayor Eric Adams when he was coming into office, what were some of the obstacles that you faced, some of the pitfalls that you're on the alert for right now?
Yeah. Governing the city of New York and managing the bureaucracy of city government, it's really of a scale and pace that is unimaginable in some ways. So what we're tasked with, and I'm really fortunate to be working with extraordinary people, and so many others have raised their hands even in the hours since the transition team was announced, is to make sure that he is ready to govern boldly and effectively on day one. So what does that mean? The right people in the right roles, in the right formation towards the right goals. It means an assessment of all of the agencies to make sure that they are understanding what needs to be confronted, not just on day one, but what it's going to take to drive lasting change, and have a real plan for turning all of the energy and the vision and the ideas during the campaign into concrete, tangible wins for New Yorkers.
And so when you look back at the Adams administration, where you were first deputy mayor, there's been a lot of criticism about certain aspects of that administration. Are there parts of how that city government has been running that you would like to hold on to, and parts that you would like to jettison?
Well, the mayor-elect mentioned just yesterday that the work that was done on City of Yes, for instance, or trash containerization, these were important wins for the city of New York and are issues to build on. And the work is not done. New Yorkers have been very clear that they want change, they want government to act dramatically and boldly to address the cost of living crisis, and that's what this administration is going to do. And our role in the transition team is to make sure they're prepared to do that on day one.
I know you're scheduled to take over as president of the Revson Foundation. The Times has reported that you are under consideration to be first deputy mayor again. Is that something that would appeal to you and you would consider taking were it to be offered to you?
I've committed to the Revson Foundation and I keep to my promises, but I want to assure everyone that between now and when I start in the new year, I'm going to do what I've done my entire career, and it's to give my all to the people of the city and the amazing public sector workforce that is serving them.
You have your work cut out for you. No holiday break for you. Maria Torres-Springer, really appreciate your coming on the Rush Hour. Thank you so much for talking with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.